I just got back from the ASEAN Gala, and there's some things that we have to remember. This marks that not only is this the 50th anniversary of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, but it also marks the beginning of ASEAN integration. Well, it actually already started, but what does this mean for us? It means that our borders, we're moving more towards an a European Union type of cooperation between Southeast Asian nations. This also means that there will be a freer movement of goods and services between countries. The question now is, are we ready? Today's gala shows that we have taken our position in the world stage. Yes, that's Harry. We have taken our position in the world stage. Our president has earned the distinction of being at par with the world's leaders. And the question remaining for us is, how ready are we for ASEAN integration? How ready are we to take our place in the world? Our president has led the way, and by the looks of our cultural programs, clearly we have our place. We have our place in ASEAN. But what is going to happen next? The series of summits that are being conducted right now will determine just how sino si Harry Celoso, just how well we are going to be undertaking our role. We are lucky that our president, or the country, is in a position of leadership now with the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. And we're good. We're good. The president enjoys the respect of his peers, and it looks like this summit is going to be a success. I'm very happy that everybody had seen the show today, at least on live, or I think through PTV. No, I did not cut my hair. Okay, questions. No, I did not get to see Justin Trudeau up close. We saw him. He's as cute as they say he is. So I think that we're off to a good start today for ASEAN, and I'd like to thank everybody, the interest that everybody has shown in today's, not just the gala, but in the fact that we are heading the ASEAN. We are heading the ASEAN during its 50th anniversary, and at the time that ASEAN begins its integration, and as we move more towards a European Union kind of organization. It is not, we have not yet moved the ASEAN towards a mutual defense strategy or organization. But I have no doubts that with freer trade, with freer movement of goods and services, that eventually we will find some kind of agreement for mutual defense. In the meantime, do you know the consequences of ASEAN integration? It means that some professions will no longer be exclusive to our countries, subject to existing rules and subject to changing our local laws to suit the integration. But that also means, we can move. Not only does it mean that we don't need visas already for ASEAN, but it also means that trade will no longer be allowed to be restricted between ASEAN countries, so there can be no tariff barriers already, and there will be no other barriers between the exchanges of goods between the countries. My particular interest in ASEAN is in the protection of cultural property. The Philippines is not a signatory to the International Convention on the Protection of Movable Property against the illicit trafficking of cultural property. However, we have been cooperative with our ASEAN neighbors, particularly Cambodia and Thailand, in the movement of illicitly smuggled cultural property. What does this mean? Cultural property, as we had discussed before, are antiquities, the most common form. But they don't have to be that. It also includes artwork. So some of the cultural sites in some of the ASEAN members are always in danger because people tend to steal them and traffic them out. So the Philippines has always been very cooperative when it comes to stolen cultural property. We are always on the lookout and we always help our ASEAN neighbors. So, questions. Yes, SAS was there earlier along with TP. I was also with Yusek Badoy and Jojo Robles and with Krislam. Uh, and yeah, we were the bloggers who were allowed to be, well, who were invited to be present today at the gala. Um, Monina Doino JRA says, watching from Qatar, humble OFW here, trade will not be restricted between ASEAN countries. What about non-ASEAN countries? We don't. It will depend on what our bilateral agreements are. We also are signatory to the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade. So in general, we're not allowed to put up tariff barriers to the other members, to the other signatories of the GATT. So, but between ASEAN, that includes services, huh? So that means you can practice, in general, the idea is that we can practice professions in other ASEAN countries. And employment can cross borders now. Setting up corporations between, in ASEAN countries will be also freer. So this is what integration means. Mark Sanchez says, is there any Rappler or other alleged yellow destabilizing mainstream? I really don't know because we weren't the bloggers I was with, we weren't there to cover. We were there as invited guests. Marita de Guzman says, hi, Attorney Ganda, it's the makeup. No visa po in ASEAN countries. There's no, yeah, ever since the ASEAN was put up, we don't need visas to go to ASEAN countries if you're from an ASEAN member country. Alma says, I love your Filipiniana. Yeah, I already took off the panuelo, but yeah, you get the idea. Saragossa, Christina says, proud Pinoy. By the way, attorney, nasa news si President kanina sa CNN. Di ko lang gaano narinig. Basta narinig ko lang ilang beses binanggit name niya. Then biglang nagsalita si Maria Ressa. Well, today isn't a day to criticize anybody. Today was the day that we took center stage. And since there are two major summits in the country today, you know, we have a lot of world leaders here. So just wow. It was kind of touching to be in the same room as Donald Trump and Justin Trudeau and other world leaders and to see our president sitting there among them. First among equals for this year. It was also very touching to hear him sing. And then he joked, he was saying that the only reason that he sang was because he was asked to by the President of the United States. I've always believed in karaoke diplomacy, and I always know that it works. So let's see what happens. Neil Roy says, great to see most of the world leaders and the respect we're now getting. Yes. Chini asks, was Mark there? No, Mark wasn't there. Baluya, Mark Eric says, ginutom si Sas at si TP. No, I think they ate. Maria Carmelita Rosales says, nakaka-proud. Yes, it was a proud moment. Also today, the entertainment provided was top-notch. I was hoping for more Filipino music. But congratulations, Dennis Garcia. The centerpiece of today's presentation was Manila Manila, which, as we know, is a hot dog song. And it was very well performed. Walter Dumamba says, Attorney, how about the currency? How would it look like? I think that we haven't agreed yet on the currency, so we're going to have to wait for that. Right now, it's still, we're looking at the economic cooperation side first. So that means, you know, just the trade in goods and services. Jay De Jesus says, grabe, nakaka-proud maging Filipino kanina. Sobrang nakaka-inspire si PRRD na buhay. Agree. Jerry Guevara says, mas matalino ng mga DDS bloggers, may puso at mga anti-admin nagiging bobo dahil sa bitterness at hatred. Well, maybe today is not the day to take note of that. Maybe today is just the day to be proud. Sas and TP just went live, bought food from Undocs, bitin daw. Oo, kasi maliliit yung portions ng food kanina. I'm sorry, nagla-live ba si TP at si Sas? Because if they are, I'll finish this off so that we can all listen to them. Um, Rose Joaquin de Guzman says, successful ang event kanina, ang galing lang nag-organize. Yes. Um, so, Cherry Salvador says, what is the schedule for today? I am going to Manila tomorrow. When can we meet Kadidias from Pangasinan? I have no idea yet. So, Justin Greco says, with ASEAN integration, it makes a lot more sense to ease up on the 60-40 FDI restrictions. Well, we'll have to change the laws and the constitution when it comes to stock ownerships of certain corporations. So, magandang gabi. Para ng EU, no need passport to travel within EU. Well, matagal na tayong hindi kailangan ng visas, but we will still need passports. Maria Elena Dadula says, I hope, attorney, you can put it in writing. Put what in writing? The event today, yeah, we'll write about it. But I did put in some pictures. According to TP and SAS, they were not satisfied with the food. Bumili sila ng bulto-bultong manok at liampo sa Andox. Ngayon lang, nabusog ka ba? I ate kasi before we went to the event, so I didn't get too hungry. Grabe, ina-eye bags na ako. A little tired today. It was a full day. Ellen Lee says, today I'll just ignore the detractors. This is another day to be happy and to celebrate. Yes. While we're having the ASEAN Summit and the APEC Summit, I think it is time for us to just relax and watch our country take center stage. Lynn Burr says, just like now, BPI is no longer number one. We really have to shape up our local brands or else kakainan ng local products and brands natin. Yes. I'm happy to see pictures. Did you see pictures of Justin Trudeau eating a Jollibee? Jollibee has become a world brand. Hindi ako maganda, but I really have to thank my makeup guys. They really outdid themselves. Andy Talavera says, ka-open ko lang po. Ano po ang view niyo dun sa breach of security po to call ni Maria Isabel Lopez? I think that if any law was broken, that it will be subject to that. Watching right now in Jeddah. Okay, hi everybody. Yes, presentation was awesome. Nag-enjoy din kami. I wanted to see more Filipino songs. That's why I was very happy with the performance of Manila by Hot Dog. Although I wanted sana that it also was I was hoping that it would also be sung. Kasi maganda yung song eh. Nagkita po ba kayo nila sa TP? Yeah, magkakasama kami. We're at the same table. And yeah, there are pictures on my wall. So proud of us. Lucille says, so proud of our president and company. Oh, thank you. Pinakita rin dito sa Belgium, tumayo ba naman ang asawa at anak ko, tapos nag-salute kay Pidut sa TV. Ang saya namin. Yes. Mylene Vasco Tiamson says, naiyak ako sa presentation ng Filipino talents. Was also thinking of more Filipino songs, but I thought na baka gusto nila makarelate ang foreign guests. Yes, I agree. And I think that Lani Masalucha was outstanding. Did you see that? Wow, Puccini, seriously. Diba? Albert Magtalas says, I'm just saddened at how people will still find negativity amongst these positive happenings in the country. For the next few days, I am going to so totally ignore them. We're doing good. We are doing good. So, Josephine Tarandang Cuerpo says, grabing song na Manila, Manila. Kaka-homesick. Oo nga eh. And if Dennis Garcia of Hot Dog is on Facebook, please let him know if you can. Either post on his wall or send him a PM and thank him for composing that song. And thank him for so many years of Hot Dog giving us so much joy. And today I was so proud of that song. Apple Librando Flores says, magkasunod lang po after nila nag-live. Okay. Hindi lang mga, oops, I didn't see that. Tapos na pala yung live ni na Titi. Alright, that's good. Ayoko kasing sabayan sila or anybody else. In Spain, Maria Elsa Nadal says, we have this McDonald's e-passport. Will it happen too where one can transfer to any ASEAN country? I think eventually that is going to be the case. There will also possibly be a more relaxed immigration rules between ASEAN countries. I love you too, Mary Joy. Nati Marquez says, good evening, Attorney Chicks, watching from Hong Kong. So proud of being a Filipino. This is because our beloved president is the best president. Yes, I agree. Love it, sabi ni Mehetabel, karaoke diplomacy, proud of the Philippines, PRRD, and of everyone behind the ASEAN. Yes. The one thing that we do really well is to entertain. So, sabi nga nila, di ba, when people talk about our history of colonialism, they say 300 or 400 years in a convent and 50 years in Hollywood. I disagree. The 50 years was on Broadway because our singers are really outstanding. Somebody with a name I can't read says, Attorney Shakespeare Tines, FYI, ngayon ko lang ako kukonta kay Daddy D at dahil yan sa food. Haha. Kasi one way of introducing din ng Filipino cuisine, so sana medyo dagdagan pa. Yeah, but you're not feeding people here para iba kasi ang, for example, in France, they really serve smaller portions because they're feeding you for taste, you're eating for taste rather than to fill yourself up. Iba kasi yung approach to food in some countries. Apple Ibrando Flores says, ang sarap po na news before we sleep na success talagang event today. Yay, ASEAN. Sedilo Serna says, good evening. Oops, mukhang umaga na po. Oops. Oo nga, umaga na ngayon. Ano pong masasabi niyo kay Justin Trudeau going to Jollibee? Go Justin and go Jollibee. Diba? What a proud moment. And ang galing, no? He had pictures taken with the staff, with the food servers. He's so cute. He is as cute as they say he is. Yeah, nakakagigil. Ang haba na loob namin ni Doc Lorraine. Okay, a few more questions and then we'll go, no? Kasi it's been a long night. But I just really wanted to tell you that ASEAN integration now is underway, and it's so good that we're at the head of it. What we need to do now is start preparing. The preparation should have begun in the past administration when ASEAN integration was supposed to begin in 2015. It was deferred and it's supposed to begin in full swing by 2017, which is this year. So, people, you keep asking about the food. If I'm sorry, kasi sina TP, they didn't like the food. I liked the food. It was, the beef was a little dry. There wasn't a lot of it. But it's much of it was well, okay, fine. I understand what TP is saying, but still, it was good. For me, it was good. There's nothing beats the entertainment, so because of that, the food was good. I know that does not make sense. Ano ba yung masarap? The champagne was good, and I don't drink, but today I did. All right. So thank you very much for. June Palacio says, will ASEAN integration be fully implemented by 2018? It's supposed to be fully implemented by 2018 or 2019. I can get back to you on that one. But yeah, it's supposed to have started. So what we should be doing now is looking if our government agencies are complying with the requirements of ASEAN integration. And what does that mean? For professions to begin revising rules on how foreigners from other ASEAN countries can participate here and can practice their professions here, how we can practice our professions in other countries, how we can hire employees now from other countries, as well as allow our citizens to be employed in other ASEAN countries. Josephine Carandang Cuerpo says, inalisan na po ng license si Isabel Lopez, pasaway talaga. Buti hindi nag-cause ng accident. Yeah, you know what we found out? Hindi ko nagamit, but we had gotten, for those of us who were invited to the gala, we got car passes. Yung pala, yung car passes na yon, you can use the ASEAN lane. Hindi ko ginamit. I left really early because I knew there was going to be traffic and I didn't use the ASEAN lane. Nalaman ko na lang because the very nice police officers who were guarding and securing the area reminded me to say, and then said, "Ma'am, put your car pass on your windshield." Oh, that's another thing. Shout out to the PNP. When I was walking, kasi nakapark yung kotse ko down the block, no? And I was walking. The police officers who saw me walking escorted me to the venue, and then when they saw I was walking back, they also escorted me back. And the riot police there, they were so nice. As I was walking, medyo nagkakahiyaan kami, hindi ko sila tinitignan. But they all said, "Good evening, ma'am," and they were all very, very well behaved. Everybody was very respectful. So shout out to everybody who was securing the area, both PNP and I understand some are from the AFP. Thank you very much for your service today. You were all exemplary. Thank you very much. And whoever was in charge of the program, as well as of the overall design, guys, you outdid yourself. Simple and elegant. More Filipino songs sana, or more Filipino renditions, but still we came away happy because we understand that you were performing, you wanted the performances to be appreciated by our foreign delegates. So, kudos pa rin. And konting tiis na lang with the traffic. I hope you guys understand that we're holding multiple summits. So, it's not like as if it's just one summit now. We also have the APEC and all that. And President Trump was there today. So all of our ASEAN leaders, as well as other participants in the other summits, were there full force. We should all be very, very proud. Si Pipi at si Sas nagutom. I'm sorry to hear that. Hindi ako nagutom because I ate before I went. So, guys, shout out to our PNP, to our AFP, to the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, and to the DILG. Hello, PCOO. Please congratulate them for a job well done. Never mind those misspelled tarpaulins. Those are really, really very small things compared to our great send-off today, to our great opening day. So, one last question. Is there any other question? Nelly Villanueva says, "Love you, everything about you, your gown, your makeup." Oh, kahit may eye bags. No? So, but yes, shout out to the guys who did my hair and makeup. Guys, let's be, we can completely ignore all the negas for the next few days because we did good today. We did really good today. And as usual, our president was there, and not only is he highly respected by the other leaders, but he remains very popular among our countrymen. When it was time for the leaders to leave, the president couldn't leave right away because there's so many people who are asking for more pictures, for him to stay a little longer, and you can see how loved he is. So, shout out to our president, to Mr. President. Thank you, you did good. And all of the agencies who put this opening together, everybody did really good. Oh yes, one more. Shout out to the staff, the wait staff, the waiters, the food servers, everybody who was serving on that day, and everybody who was entertaining that day, all our singers and dancers, and our musicians, they all did very well. But special thanks to the guys who served our food. Not only were they, very polite, but, bilis ng service. The water and wine glasses and champagne glasses were always filled, and they gave me my coffee ahead of everybody else. Thank you very much. Without that coffee, I would have been asleep halfway through the program. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. And mabuhay tayong lahat. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang ASEAN. Today is a good day to be a Filipino. Maraming salamat.